Coming up on today's newscast, the Loyola basketball team made history, taking home the first NAIA title since 1945. We have highlights of the game as the school welcomes back its champions. Plus, it's beginning to look like festivals here in New Orleans. Find out what well-known festival returned after a 2-year hiatus. And if you want to enjoy live music before March Madness this weekend, stick around to find out how you can do that and more for free. Pack News starts right now.
Good evening, Wolfpack. I'm Parker Boyd.
And I'm Jacoby Rivers. People are still dealing with the aftermath of a tornado that devastated parts of Arabi and New Orleans East last Tuesday. Brooklyn Journal reports on the community's cleanup efforts.
You can hear the pa, 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 you could hear it was like dominoes, it was just knocking the houses over.
Damaris Olea said the night started off as eating dinner with her family to her and her husband having to literally fight off a storm.
With my husband, we were trying to push the mattress against the door because it was trying to open. It was like standing next to a train and you're about to just feel it coming.
Sources say this was a level 3 tornado with 160-mile-per-hour winds, striking Arabi, the lower 9th Ward, and parts of New Orleans East.
I went through Katrina, but we left on time. We got back, we lost everything. So this is the second time we go through something, but this time I'm the mom, so it's different. The stress is different.
This Arabi tornado is recorded as the strongest tornado in New Orleans history, leaving residents like Wendell Cruz's home in shambles. Cruz, his wife, son, 10-month-old, sister-in-law, and 2 pets sheltered in a tiny bathroom until the disaster had passed.
I saw all of the trees and someone's roof literally in my yard.
Behind me is the result of the tornado that hit the Arabi area. As you can see, there's a roof that completely flew off the top of a house.
I'm probably still living off the shock at this point, just trying to get everything done to prep the house to hopefully be able to get back in it. We've had a lot of wonderful people to be able to help us out. Random people that just drove in to be of assistance.
You couldn't actually believe that you had to throw everything in sight away. It's like you want to handpick everything, but you can't because it's somehow contaminated with some type of, the water that came in when the windows were shattered.
Arabi residents said this tornado was very unexpected, but all they can do now is rebuild.
Home insurance, you don't expect to add tornado coverage, Yeah. It's like floodings, hurricanes, but not tornadoes. It's like starting over again.
This is Brooklyn Joyner reporting.
More on the recent tornadoes that affected Arabi. We have new photos from the Associated Press showing some of the severe damage as well as the recovery efforts of a local Spanish-speaking church, the True Vine. Here are photos of the damaged True Vine Church. The roof caved in and chairs blew over. Luckily, the church's pastor, David Pagon, canceled the prayer service he had planned the night of the storm. Although their house of worship had been destroyed, the congregation's spirits remained high in church Sunday when another church decided to help. The other local church, Living Proof, is helping out the Spanish-speaking congregation of the True Vine after its pastor, Randy Millett, felt to move on. These photos on the screen now show the worship service at Living Proof Sunday at 2 in the afternoon. The first Spanish-speaking service, the True Vine, held after its place of worship was destroyed last Tuesday. During the service, another local pastor spoke and encouraged the congregation to put their hands on their pastor, Pagon, and pray over him. A member of the True Vine's congregation and a builder, Raul Corba, said he is going to rebuild the church. That's what God wants, he said.
That same evening, tornadoes hit parts of the city. The men's basketball team was taking care of business in the Midwest. The team won its first NAIA championship title since 1945 and returned to much celebration on Loyola's campus.
Sports reporter Janasia Walker-Holloman kicks us off in Kansas City, covering the game that turned the Wolfpack into national champions.
Here at the championship round of the NAIA National Tournament, where your Loyola Wolfpack takes on number 2 seed Talladega College for the 4th time this year. First, sweeping them for regular season champs, then conference champs, now in pursuit of a national title.
The Pack competed on the biggest stage last night while the game was streamed on ESPN3. And even though it wasn't in the den, the crowd made it impossible to notice the difference. In the same arena where Loyola won its first national title, the 2021-22 men's basketball team made it their mission to repeat history. To start the game, Terry Smith Jr. scored the team's first 5 points. Loyola went on a slight run, while Talladega fought hard to keep it close. The momentum of the game switched when Cameron Dumas checked in off the bench. Loyola's electric defense forced Talladega College into over a 6-minute scoring drought, forcing 18 turnovers and cashing in 16 points on the other end. The Pack locked in on defense late in the first half, as they recorded 12 steals and 2 blocks. In the second half, Talladega closed the margin to as little as 5 points, but it didn't take the Pack long to adjust and start piling on the points. And with 4 minutes left on the clock, the crowd started to feel it. The rest was history. Miles Burns, Zach Reitzel, and Jalen Galloway were all named for all-tournament team, while Burns took home tournament MVP. The man with the plan, Coach Stacey Hollowell, took home Coach of the Year.
Philosophy for me was to just be there for my guys in the best way possible, try to find something that works for them best.
And to no surprise, senior guard Zach Reitzel won the NAIA National Player of the Year. Loyola University New Orleans secured their second national title in school history. Janasia Walker, Pack News.
The team arrived home early on Thursday morning, but that didn't stop the Loyola community from greeting the team. Loyola Wolfpack arrived home as champions after defeating Talladega and claiming the 84th NAIA Men's Basketball Championship. Zach Reitzel's dream has come true.
And it feels incredible. It feels incredible. This is something that we've been working for.
Miles Burns will carry this moment with him forever.
I always remember, playing the biggest game of my life, and this is the biggest thing I've done in a really long time, so it means it's a lot.
Wolfpack fans are ecstatic.
There was no gym. The hurricane took it out.
No gym, no locker room, nothing.
Hurricane Ida, no gym. It didn't mean nothing. We won the chip.
Loyola captured its first NAIA championship since 1945, and team members think that the feeling is overwhelming.
We had a dream to come out here and win a national championship and put it on for the city. First one in 75 years, and we finally did it.
When you make history, especially with a group of guys like this, and especially the obstacles and the situations that we were able to push through, I mean, it means everything.
The Wolfpack will cherish this moment forever. It shows that dreams do come true. Parker Boyd, the Maroon.
Campus has been abuzz following the men's basketball national championship win.
All of that excitement came to a head last Thursday when Student Life and Ministry invited students to a campus-wide celebration.
Emma Ruby has the story.
Fans of the Loyola Wolfpack gathered in the Peace Squad Thursday for food, swag, in celebration after the Loyola men's basketball team brought home the second national championship in Loyola school history last Tuesday.
It's like you're cheering them on, and you can feel it, that everybody's feeling this win, and it's just so exciting.
Even New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell got in on the congratulations, tweeting out, "The city of New Orleans is beyond proud of you all." According to Daniel Harris from Student Life Ministry, the men's basketball team's season has been something for students to rally around after a year full of adversity.
But I think this was something that we had a lot of students come out to games, and I think it was something that rejuvenated them and gave them something. And so hopefully today is a celebration of not just the basketball team, but our students.
Destiny Manzella said that watching the basketball team's national championship run has been inspiring.
For them to do this at such an unprecedented time after COVID and everything, just seeing them overcome the adversities is mind-blowing, and it means so much to the school.
According to team manager Sam Ader, the student response to the win has been,
"It's been crazy, you know, my phone's been blowing up with people saying congratulations just from all over the school."
Reporting for PAC News, I'm Emma Ruby.
It has been so incredible to see the response to the national championship win across campus.
I know the School of Mass Communication is especially proud of our players and on the team. Coming up, we'll talk to the members of the new beach volleyball team about their first win ever and how they plan to move forward.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Loyola has a new sports program this semester. For the first time, the Wolfpack has a beach volleyball team.
Daniel Schwam is live on campus talking to players Simone Moreau and Presley Boswell about the team's first ever win. Daniel?
Thanks, Jacoby. I'm here with Presley and Simone, who won the very first ever win for the Loyola Beach Volleyball program. Simone, what was it like to be a part of that very first win and the first season?
Yeah, so getting that first win was really rewarding for us as a team and super exciting because this is a new sport for a lot of us, and learning all the new rules and having to make these adjustments to this new sport has been difficult. We talked about at the beginning of the season as a team how at least one win this season would make us excited about continuing the beach program here at Loyola, and so we did that after much hard work.
Cool. And Presley, I know that our beach volleyball players are all also indoor volleyball players. So what was it like to make that transition from the hard court to the sand?
So beach volleyball and indoor volleyball, completely different sports. So, I mean, indoor, it's hard floor, beach, sand. So that itself was very difficult to transition. So, and there's also different rules, like you can't open hand tip, which is a big part of the indoor sport. So, yeah, it was very difficult transitioning, but it's very successful so far. So, yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, it seems like it's going well. We've already got a win. So what can we expect from the beach volleyball program going forward?
So our last game is tomorrow, and I think going forward, we're just really excited to see how our training on the beach is going to affect our indoor game. I think that's what I'm most excited for, at least.
And yeah, so next season we'll have the experience now, we'll know how to play, so we're just really excited to get back at it.
Cool. And if you want to go support the beach volleyball team, they'll be playing tomorrow at Coconut Beach in Kenner. For PAC News, I'm Daniel Schwalm.
Thanks, Daniel. Parker, I heard that you serve a mean spike in volleyball.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you hear that?
Oh, yeah, I don't reveal my source like that. Now, are you good in beach volleyball or just regular volleyball?
Well, I actually have not tried beach volleyball or regular volleyball.
You are lying, good sir.
How am I lying?
I know you're lying. You look
I'm
like a
serious.
volleyball player. Come, Parker, stop that lying. Stop that.
No, you look more like a volleyball player than me.
I played soccer in middle school, never touched a volleyball. I played football once, but you, volleyball player.
Oh,
I know
no,
for a fact.
never.
Parker,
Never in a million years.
Parker, why are you lying?
I'm not.
And of course, we had to wish Daniel Schwalm a happy birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday, buddy. You did a good job with that last shot.
Great job. The men and women's golf teams won big at Wolfpack Invitational Tournament last Monday and Tuesday, with both teams winning it all each day. The Invitational, held at Bayou Oaks Golf Course at City Park, ended in the men's team first tournament win since 2017. Also, the women's golf team has reached its highest ever ranking and number 7 in the latest national top 25. Both teams' next tournament is March 28th and 29th at the Cary Collegiate Tournament in Gulf Shores, Alabama.
And a sports legend will be featured at the speaker at Loyola's commencement. Retired Saints coach Sean Payton spent 16 years leading the black and gold. President Tanya Tetlow says Loyola graduates will get to hear a maroon and gold version of Payton's locker room halftime speech at graduation. Loyola's class of 2022 will walk across the stage at the UNO Lakefront Arena Saturday, May 14th. Coming up next, we'll talk more about BSU Week on campus and an upcoming game night. Jackie Galley has more details after the break.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfies, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
The Black Student Union's For the Culture Week started yesterday.
Reporter Jackie Galley is live at the location of where today's event will be held. Jackie?
Thanks, Jacoby. Yes, I am standing inside of Satchmo's Lounge. Looks a little empty now, but check back at 7:30 when the Black Student Union will be presenting Wild and Out. BSU said it will be a, quote, fun night filled with knowledge for the culture. BSU was established in 1969 and is one of the largest organizations on campus. They have a full week of activities planned, including Twin Day tomorrow and skating at the Airline Skating Rink this Friday. Jackie Galley, PAC News.
Thank you, Jackie. For more information, check out their Instagram, BSU Loyola, and see the link tree in their bio for more signups.
The Orleans Room is bringing students an all-inclusive dining experience at no extra cost to them.
Jabez Bernyard has the details of Wolfpack Dining now.
Loyola students looking for a fun night out in town can stop their search. Using just one meal swipe into the Orleans Room, they can now experience dinner and a show in different cities all around the country. The new Wolfpack Dining Tour features live concerts from students and a special dining menu specific to each tour stop. Mantia Gampala is one of several students who volunteered to perform.
It's a great way to show other people on campus like my talent and to just connect with other musicians on campus. And it's always fun, I feel like, to have the OR rock him.
He most recently took the diners to Nashville, Tennessee when he covered songs by Chris Stapleton and Amy Winehouse. He finished with a special rendition of Rihanna's Love on the Brain, during which he invited a member from the audience to sing a verse.
When we combine everyone's talent and make something beautiful like what happened tonight.
As the song went on, more students joined in. The show ended with 2 encores and an improv session from the band.
The last one, Skylar just started fiddling around on the guitar, and I was like, hey, let me see find the key. Okay, I got it. And then we started playing it, and in the end, it was awesome because everybody started joining, singing, playing.
So far, the dining tour has been a big hit with students. Stops have been made in both New Orleans and Nashville.
It was very energetic. I enjoyed myself.
Next up is Miami on March 30th during lunch.
Maybe we'll give a different vibe, a hot, feisty Miami vibe. We'll just have to see.
This is Jabez Bernyard reporting.
Students interested in performing at any of the upcoming tour stops can message Loyola Dining on Instagram to get signed up.
In 2021, women filled only 25% of jobs behind the scenes in the top grossing films. The number of women in these roles was just 20% in 2019. This inequity in the film industry inspired the 20% Fest, an annual film festival hosted the Women's Resource Center at Loyola. Program Director and Senior Delaney Harper said last week's fest was the first time the event could be held in person in the last 2 years. The event featured films from sci-fi to documentary, which were carefully chosen by a jury of both Loyola and Tulane students. The films must have at least one woman in a higher position involved in the making of the film. Harper said she hoped attendees of the event would see that women have, quote, stories that they have a right to tell, and they have a right to be heard. So just listen.
Head Over Heels start Loyola's first musical since Cabaret was shut down in March 2020. Premieres this week. Madeline Taliansich spoke to the teams responsible for creating the show's array of colorful costumes.
After a year of COVID setbacks, Casey Thomasy and Roger Bush finally got the chance to tackle the costumes in Head Over Heels.
I've actually had the show in my head, like designed, for quite a while, longer than I normally have to design a show.
The upcoming musical, originally set to premiere in spring 2021, opens this week.
There was a lot of time to ferment and think about it, and the concept evolved.
Costumed by Thomasy and Bush, Head Over Heels features the music of all-female rock band The Go-Go's and tells a tale of love and acceptance.
Our whole costume concept reflects the beat from beginning to end, because in the beginning, everyone is dressed in black and white, but as they discover the new way of learning the beat, we add more color to their costumes.
The costume designs combine elements of the Elizabethan era, 80s colors, and punk stylings.
Each actor in Head Over Heels has multiple looks created by the costume team to help them capture the unique beat of their character.
Thomasy said the costume team created around 80% of the show's looks sustainably by upcycling existing pieces and adding its own flair.
That was a really fun experience, getting to take something kind of old and a little dusty and turn it into something new and beautiful.
Thomasy thinks audiences need the joy of Head Over Heels now more than ever.
After a long pause, especially in the world of theater, I just think it's what we all need to see, you know, just have a good time and be entertained.
Madeline Taliancich, The Maroon.
Head Over Heels runs March 31st through April 9th in Loyola's Marquee Theater. Tickets are on sale now.
Coming up next, we'll talk about the return of the Buku Music Arts and Project Festival. And the New Orleans Literary Festival made a big comeback this weekend. We'll have more after the break.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
The Buku Music and Arts Project Festival returned to New Orleans this weekend after a 2-year hiatus due to COVID-19. Mardi Gras World hosted performers like Glass Animals, Kali Uchis, 100 Gex, and Vince Stables this Friday and Saturday. When not watching performances, Buku goers enjoyed food, art, and dancing.
New Orleans is finally beginning to feel a sense of normalcy after the pandemic as crowds packed Jackson Square for the annual Stella Shout Contest. The scream was the scene at the Stella Shouting Contest that has returned for the first time since the pandemic began, and contestants are glad to be back.
I want to show the angst of what this festival meant for all of us, to really bring it out and bring your passion, and that's what people do when they come to New Orleans.
There's just such a great spirit around this festival, so yeah, it was wonderful. It was really fun.
Lawrence Henry Gobble, president of the board of directors, thinks that the turnout has been a success.
The festival has been amazing this year. All the authors, all the participants, it's been absolutely magical.
The festival was held to honor the work of Tennessee Williams and the 75th anniversary of the streetcar named Desire. The purpose of this event is to teach people that you can surely find yourself in literature.
There's so many different things you can learn from Tennessee Williams Festival. The lineup is massive, and it's a little bit for everybody. And it really does, and it helps you embrace the artist inside of you.
This city is about heart and soul. So if you live here, if you're visiting here, you need to come to the festival.
The competition is held annually as part of the Tennessee Williams Literary Festival.
And this weekend, the NCAA Men's Final Four March Madness comes to New Orleans. A music festival will be held at Woldenberg Park as part of this year's Final Four celebration.
The 3-day festival will be free and will offer performances from various artists such as Imagine Dragons, Macklemore, and New Orleans' very own Trombone Shorty during the most anticipated weekend in college sports.
The Music Fest will kick off with a block party on Friday and music performances on Saturday. And if you're lucky, you may see Parker spike a volleyball.
Maybe.
Come on now, Parker.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day.